he has a saying, get stronger, get wiser, get better. So I'm doing all the mental stuff with the personal development. I'm doing all the spiritual stuff, getting more spiritual, going to church, reading the Bible, not as much as I would like, I'll be honest. So stepping up to do a full marathon just seemed to fit. So that's what I decided to do. So it wasn't until July the 10th. It was July the 10th of 2018 that I decided that I'm going to enroll for the Bournemouth Marathon, which I actually messaged Mike, said, Mike, I'm in. And at that point, he put me into the Legacy group where some of you guys will be watching this. Thank you very much for all your support. You guys are amazing. At the same time, a good friend of mine, she recently took part in the London Marathon. So I arranged to meet her for lunch, and she just shared her story and gave me some tips. Basically, she said to me, Gary, you need to get your mileage up to sort of half mile, and every 2 weeks increase it, or every week increase it by 2k, which I thought was good advice. Anyway, end of July, I got myself an Apple Watch. As you do. So basically, I've been tracking my runs. So end of July, I wrote it down here. Let me just give you the right figures. Where's the figures? Here it is. End of July, I did 24k. In August, I did 20k, 24k, 30k, 26k. September, I did 27, 30, 32k. Me, myself, on the road with God. Now, I work for myself, so with the mind stuff going on, and when you want to get things done and you think too much, I'm pumped up, excited, I got vision, I got purpose, which basically what I'm trying to tell you, going to sleep was not good for me. I'd go to sleep, but I wouldn't have a good night's sleep. So I decided what I'm going to do is get up at 3:30 in the morning, stretch, pray, update the social media as you do, then go for a run. So throughout August and September, every week I was getting up 3:30, 4 o'clock and running, doing those distances which I said to you, building up my endurance, building up my determination, building up my faith, because as I did those distances, I knew that I would be capable of completing the half marathon. And my key marker was 30k. Once I knew I could do 30k, I knew within the back of my mind there's a good chance that I would be able to complete the full marathon. Just checking up my notes. Anyway, closer to race day, I met with my friend again. She gave me her Garmin watch, God bless her. And she said, Gary, whatever you do, do not go too fast. Just check your pace and you'll be all right. Right, the night before the race, met up with Mike. We had a phenomenal dinner, phenomenal meal in Bournemouth, sharing stories. You got to go to lunch with this guy. He's a beast, and I understand where he is because he's got the excitement, he's got the energy. Anyway, his key tip was, Gary, when you get to that hill around between miles 15 and 17, do not stop, because if you stop, you're not going to make it. So I took that on board. Anyway, got back to the room. Not late, because it was an early night. Anyway, tried to sleep, couldn't sleep properly. I remember 1 o'clock thinking, I'm ready to go now. I want to get this out the way. Anyway, come race morning, it was beautiful. The weather was amazing. Waiting to get going was cold, but once we got going, the sun was shining, running along the beach front. The sky was blue, the sea was silver, the atmosphere was amazing, and I remembered, do not go too fast. My goal was to sort of run at 7k per kilometre, but my body said no. I actually went a bit faster, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. My friend actually came down from London, drove, and she wasn't even feeling too well, so she was on the road giving me a little support. I met some phenomenal guys. I've got to tell you about the guy in my hotel. He's 68 years old, and he was going for sub 4 hours. Can you believe that? I met another guy on the road. His name was David, 61 years old and running his 68 marathon. Absolutely amazing. Along the route, saw Mike a couple of times. Big, broad and loud. You know Mike. Anyway, got to that main hill, got through it, winding through the park, got onto the beach road, going down. And I know there's a U-turn coming up, but I'm looking for this U-turn. Coming up, Mike is there. Gary, this is where you will be tested. I thought, damn. Anyway, just kept going. Came off the beach road, got back onto the beach road, and at that point, we had about 3 miles to go, and I could hear Mike, this is where you'll be tested, made of more. And you know what? Because I could visualize the ending, I could see it. Those last 3 miles were the best 3 miles. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The whole experience was just totally amazing. And all I can say to you guys, you got to do it. Will I do it again? Absolutely. The journey of life and business is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Anyway, I hope you get something from this video. Enjoy, and God bless you. See you on the road.